स्थापितं येन स्वयं रूपा वन्दे श्रीगुरु श्रीरामसमनं श्रीगुरो वैष्णवं श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगनाद्वैतं सावधूतं श्रीराधां कृष्णपादां सहगनां श्रीमते वेदान्तस्वामी समस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणी विरविशेषे पाश्चात्ये नमो महावदन्याय कृष्णप्रेममृताय कृष्णाय कृष्णवेदान्तनामिने हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते लोकेषु
Text 719 today. Bahunam Janmanamante Dhyanava प्रपद्यते वासुदेवं सर्वमिति समहात्मा सुदुर्लभः. After many births and deaths, he who is actually in knowledge surrenders unto me, knowing me to be the cause of all causes and all that is. Such a great soul is really there. Purport: the living entity, while executing devotional service or transcendental rituals, after many births may actually become situated in the transcendental pure knowledge that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is the ultimate goal of spiritual realization. In the beginning of spiritual realization, while one is trying to give up one's attachment to materialism, there is some leaning towards impersonalism. But when one is further advanced, he can understand that there are activities in spiritual life, and these activities constitute devotion and service. Realizing this, he becomes attached to the Supreme Personality of Godhead and surrenders to Him. At such a time, one can understand that Lord Shri Krishna's mercy is everything, that He is the cause of all causes, and that this material manifestation is not independent from Him. He realizes the material world to be a perverted reflection of the spiritual variegatedness, and realizes that in everything there is a relationship with the Supreme Lord Krishna. Thus he thinks of everything in relation to Vasudeva, Shri Krishna. Such a universal vision of Vasudeva precipitates one's full surrender to the Supreme Lord, Shri Krishna, as the highest goal. Such surrender is great souls are very rare. This verse is very nicely explained in the 3rd chapter, verses 14 and 15 of the Shvetashvatara Upanishad. Sahasra Shirshah Purushah Sahasrakshya Sahasrapa Sahabhumin Vishwato Virtva Yatishta Dasangulam Purusha Evadam Sarvam Yadbhutam Yacchamayam Uttama Ritatvas Yeshano Yat Anena Tirohati. In the Chandogya Upanishad 5.1.15 it is said, Navaivacho Na Chakshushmi Na Shotani Na Manam Sati Achaksate Pranam Iti Eva Chaksate Pranahai Evaitani Sarvani Bhavanti. In the body of a living being, neither the power to speak, nor the power to see, nor the power to hear, nor the power to think is the prime factor. It is life which is the center of all activities. Similarly, Lord Vasudeva, the personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna, is the prime entity in everything. In this body there are powers of speaking, of seeing, of hearing, of mental activities, etc. But these are not important if not related to the Supreme Lord. And because Vasudeva is all pervading and everything is Vasudeva, the devotee surrenders in full knowledge. There is a common disease in this world. And this disease is that to always place Sharanagati to Lord Krishna at last. This is a common disease actually. Like say for example, if we suppose we go for pitching and we are asking the boys, okay, so here is the program. So now the question is, will you come for the program? Will you come for the preaching program? So then the point which comes is that, or the unsaid answer is, what if nothing else is there to do in life? Then will you come for the program? Is it not? Like that. So this is the common disease actually. Like in KDP we see, if there is any nonsense society, doing anything, then many boys are missing in that. Whether so somebody takes a ride in the campus, the boys are missing for that. Somebody gives some, somebody takes some test, the boys are missing for that. Somebody gives some boys are missing for that. So when nothing is there and sleep is also not coming, and it is not prasad the time also, then you say, okay, fine, and nothing else is there. Then we will attend the program. So this is a common disease actually. Like sometimes I ask devotees, will you come to Transcending or Partha after passing out? What do you say? He says, Prabhu, nowhere else I get job. Then I will come to you. Then I will think of these options. Similarly, we see when we interface problems in our life, then one gets so engrossed in solving the problem that one forgets that he has to take shelter of Krishna, or he has to depend on Krishna actually. So therefore, we see that, like suppose if the times are hectic, we should pray to Krishna more, to give us sense control, mind control, focus, discipline. But the first thing which goes off is prayers to Krishna. At times are disturbed, the first thing which goes on is Sharanagati to Krishna. So this is the point actually. Therefore, whenever there is happiness or whenever there is misery, the reaction of the living entity is the same. When happiness is there, again one forgets Krishna, one wants to enjoy it fully, not share it with the Lord also, or not offer it to the Lord also. But one thinks, okay, there is happiness, let me just usurp it and later I'll think of Krishna again. So that is the point actually. That this tendency to place this Sharanagati to the Lord at the last. And the living entity is suffering from this disease actually. Till the time we postpone, rather we can experience that till the time we postpone surrendering to Krishna, the experience of life starts becoming more and more painful. Starts becoming more and more painful actually. You see, that is the problem actually. It's like, so any disturbance, immediately the living entity takes over. I will set it right. ठीक कर दूंगा I will set right the other party also, I will set right the situation also. And the process of setting right the situation, things start becoming more and more entangled actually. One doesn't understand it, let me leave it to Krishna. And let me surrender to Krishna actually. And this step comes in the life of devotee that finally one prays to Krishna, but that comes at last. Until that time one experiences full misery. That is the problem. That is the point actually. Like you see, suppose there is a fight. Now how do we react to a fight? When there is a fight actually, people want to dive in. People don't want to run away actually. You see people fighting. When the fight starts, people pull out their cuffs and they become like this, and they want to barge in, like that, and want to, दम है कि नहीं पता नहीं, लेकिन persons, the tongue and hand get a lot of energy. So people want to jump in, and one is not evaluating other person be more hefty, make you a tight one, but there is a fight, and people are not leaving only. You see, sometimes two people are fighting, and there are 4 others, 2 this side, 2 on the other side, separating both of them. And they are snatching both of them away, far away, far away. And these people are, and they're speaking and shouting on the other person like that, And then, they're far separated, like that, and verbal is going on, still separated and all that. And all of a sudden, one fellow will come out of the grip and come to the other person again, to fight. You see, they don't leave it actually, The fight, Similar kind of attitude would be practicing devotees may land up in actually. When there are problems, we are not jumping in and diving in. You don't leave it only. The disturbance is there. You don't leave it only. I will set it right. I will set it right. So this is the exact same attitude actually. But what Shastras are talking about? There is a fight. Then what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to fold your hands and pray to Krishna. No? You see Hiranyakashipu fighting with Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj, how does he react? No? Prahlad Maharaj is not pulling up his cuffs and he's saying, hey, I will set it right. No? Now, how dare you? No? You think you are a great man, I am your son, I am also great. No? Is it not? So Prahlad Maharaj is not behaving in that fashion. Is it not? Yes? He is not raising a revolt with all his school friends. He is not. He was a leader. Prahlad Maharaj, the school boys used to love him actually. All these small, tiny demons, and they used to love Prahlad Maharaj actually. And they used to hanker to be with him, to sit beside him, to hear from him, like that. So Prahlad Maharaj could have raised a revolt, like it is a young movement, of rebellion, right? There was a fight, in the discrepancy, and Prahlad Maharaj is simply praying to Krishna, simply taking shelter of Krishna. So this is a disease actually, that Sharanagati to Krishna is put at the last. And because of this actually, the experience of misery in this world becomes very intense. Intolerable it becomes actually. Intolerable it becomes. So we need to acknowledge and recognize this disease and work towards the cure for this disease actually. Because it is this very disease which can inhibit our progress in Krishna consciousness. That is why the Lord is making a point here. Bahunam janmanam ante Jnanavan Pankata. So when it is so easy to turn to Krishna, as Lord Krishna explained in 7:15-16, the Artho, Artharthi, Jigyasu and Jnani can turn to Krishna, and it is so easy to turn to Krishna. So then turning and walking, why does Bahunam Janmanam come in between? Should be turn and turn, is it not? Just like a boy turned towards a girl and love at first sight and everything is alright, set right, is it not? So yes, he turns towards the girl and then the turning and relationship, why there is so much time lag in between? Is it not? So that time lag comes because of this disease actually. That's why Bahuna Janmana Mante. It is this approach and connection. That one is actively seeking Krishna. In between these two actually, many lifetimes may pass if we are not careful. Ultimately, one has no choice than to take deep shelter of Krishna. There is no choice. Ultimately, what is the choice actually? That's what happens. People, they keep denying Krishna and denying Krishna, and then the situation starts becoming worse and worse and worse, is it not? So the offer comes, okay, be Krishna conscious, the person is in youth, and he says no. Why should I right now? I have so many plans, I have career, I have an empire to raise, I have family to make and create, and there is a time to enjoy. And then the person is in pursuit, and then again the offer comes. So why don't you take to Krishna consciousness? You are in so much tension, so now you are taking pills, and there are fights always, the home there is fight, and things are not always set right. So take to Krishna. He says, no, probably I'll be able to set right. And then it goes on and goes on. Finally, one is in old age, the body strength is gone, the memory capacity is gone, mind is gone. And then it is as okay, now you take shelter of Krishna. So you see the postponement. But ultimately there is no recluse. Only if one takes shelter of Krishna, situations become right actually. That is the point, is it not? Just like say two devotees fight, that impression lasts for, that negative impression lasts for years and years, will not fade away. But suppose the fight starts and both of them take their bead back, and start chanting. So you see, there is no bad experience then, is it not? Is it not? In management meeting, when people start fighting, as soon as it is realized that decibel level is going high, and immediately everyone can start chanting again, or they pick up their Bhagavatams and sit and start reading. Is it not? No problem then. Actually, the fight should be dissolved. The negative experience will dissolve when we take shelter of Krishna. So therefore, a sadhaka has to be very, very careful. The sadhaka, the devotee, has to be very, very careful. But let me first take shelter of Krishna actually. Then things can resolve. Otherwise, it's impossible to resolve the things of this world actually. Otherwise, it's impossible to resolve action. So, Srila Prabhupada is explaining here. The Prabhupada is talking about the universal vision of Vasudeva. Now, the question of this universal vision is very interesting because the point of this universal vision. And Prabhupada is explaining how Lord Vasudeva is everywhere. Everything, the Vasudeva is everything. Like that. Therefore surrender to Vasudeva. Because Vasudeva is everything, therefore surrender to Vasudeva. Just like, say for example, you get a question paper and it is appearing that there is some problem in the question. So rather than banging one head on the paper or not trying to figure out the meaning of what it is and what is supposed to be there, if the teacher is nearby, then one can always refer to the teacher. Which is not. The professor has come for the invigilation. And so one can always refer to him and set right. So what is written or not written, whether it is correct or not, is not very important. The person who is the cause is most important actually. This is not. So this is the point actually. That the person who is the cause is most important, is it not? Right? So just like, so this is the point actually. When we refer to the cause, the problem gets resolved like that, in that sense. So that means that the first interface, whether it is positive or negative, does not matter because the cause is the proper interface actually. Just like suppose now a student, he goes back to his home, a child after school, and then he sees that okay, he goes back to his home, there is no lunch actually on the dining table. Kitchen there is no lunch, the dining table there is no lunch, what's happening? So now it's seemingly not a positive situation, is it? Suppose one is hungry, not a positive situation. But the immediate reaction will not be that one, so what will be the immediate reaction? What will be the immediate reaction? Will the person start shouting, where is food, Where is food? I am hungry, kya laga ke rakha hai, Which is not. I went at 7 o'clock, coming at 1 o'clock, so many hours were there. Where is food? Where is food? Which is not. So, How many of us would have reacted in that way? Probably none of us, is it not? Right? So food is not there, then whom do we search first of all? Food is not there, then whom do we search? We search mother, is it not? The cause. The cause. And we are searching him. So what's the point? Is it not? We search mother. So okay, so what is the plan today? Is it not? We will ask. And the mother says the plan is that I have ordered from a restaurant, it's just coming. Is it not? That may be the plan. Or the plan is we are going to some relative's house and immediately we are just waiting for you. You sit in the car and push up. And there is a grand feast there. Or the plan is today's fasting, whatever. It's some plan. You have to drink water and be peaceful, isn't it? So, isn't that? So, like that, Or, yes? So the point is that if you connect to mother, then the apparent discrepancy or turmoil or disturbance ceases to exist actually. The apparent disturbance ceases to exist. So this is the point actually. When we go to the cause, and that cause rectifies or sets right the apparent disturbances. In this vision actually, or in this light only, Srila Prabhupada is making the point, in this universal vision of Vasudeva. That Vasudeva is in everything. And that's why the Purushukta prayers are being, these are Purushukta, Sahasra, Shirsha, Purushaha, Sahastraksha, Sahastrapat. So the Lord is everywhere, Sahasra, Shirsha, Purushaha, Sahastrapat, Sahastraksha, like that. So the Vasudeva is everywhere, but that does not mean we worship everything. Vasudeva is there in sense objects also, so let me worship it. No, the point of saying Vasudeva is everywhere is that you need not, so that means if Vasudeva is everywhere and Vasudeva is directly available also, that means you don't need anything. Because anyways everywhere is Vasudeva only at the back. So now Vasudeva is directly available, so that means all you need is there in Vasudeva. And how do we get it? With the holy name. So all you need in life is a bead bag, that's all. With beads inside obviously. And so all you need is the holy name of the Lord and nothing else actually. We surrender to that. That is the point actually. That is the point. So this universal vision needs to be developed, and a sadhaka needs to actually dive into this aim that yes, let me develop this vision to see Krishna in the various variegated situations which come forth in life. And only when one practices and yearns and strives for it, then one can actually surrender to Krishna. That's why Prabhupada is making the point that this universal vision precipitates in the form of surrender to the Supreme Lord Krishna as the highest goal. And that is the pathway of greatness. So that's what actually. So therefore actually in life you will see that there is cure for ignorance. There is darkness, you can throw light. There is cure. But there is no cure for adamance. There is no cure for adamance. Somebody is adamant, what is the cure? You see misery after misery, but then still he is right. So what is the cure for? There is no cure for it. So that is what takes janana bahuna janmana. Till a person understands, छोड़ दो, अपना जिद छोड़ दो. That is the point. So actually life is easy in that sense. Because in one shot, you can surrender to Krishna, take shelter of Krishna. But if you don't do that, very nearly this problems can continue. The same kind of problems can continue. So therefore the simple solution in life is that when problems come in life, we can simply take shelter of Krishna actually, is it not? You leave the problem and catch hold of Krishna actually. Rather than catching hold of the problem and leaving Krishna. This is not. So we see life situations are like that so many times things go beyond our head, beyond our capacity to handle, like that. But still we keep handling, So we let give up the handle. We give it tough. Better you give it up. You catch hold of Krishna, like that. That cures. So this attitude is what cures the disease of the living entity actually. Therefore we see that Bhakti is offering that elevator to us. The principles of Bhakti are direct expressions of Samadhi actually. And if we stick on to that actually, we see our consciousness starts getting glued to Krishna. But if we postpone, then actually there is no end to it. So it may take a long time before we come back.
Certain situation is going that if you don't try to solve it, it will not get solved. Because there's no karmic reaction to solve it. How to differentiate between this? Like doing the struggle is there, everybody has to struggle to get purified. Through that struggle, it is true that Krishna gives our karma, so that through that we get purified through that. It means we have to act to solve it. And how to differentiate that, how much to...
We only endeavor to the extent it does not break the holistic balance of our surrender. Our morning program, our sadhana, our seva remains intact, and we remain intact in association. That much only we endeavor to solve. If it goes beyond, our mind is, if it has captured our mind, that means it has gone beyond ourselves. And then we just have to let go of the situation, we just take it to like that. If some misunderstanding is completely captured the mindset, just forget it, Forget the situation, forget the circumstance, just take it to the situation. There is no other way. There is no other way. So we can understand when our mind has got abducted. That is understandable. It has completely taken over my mind now. That means we have to completely stop it actually, and just take shelter. And we understand now our mind is being taken over. It's going. It's not able to think of anything else. That situation, that fretting is all which is going about. At that point, you have to cut it actually. What is this I'm thinking about? So this we have to understand. The mind should be in control. The mind goes out of our hands, finished. Then actually long time passes away actually. And we are just never able to come out. Therefore it is said, you want health, then you go to sun. You want wife, you go to Uma. So you want progeny, you go to whom? for son, daughter or something? They go to somebody, no?
Kartik.
Huh?
Kartik.
Kartik, yeah.
Son.
Son. Okay, daughter? Nobody wants to.
Daughter.
Her
Nobody
husband
wants.
Shiva.
No dowry, no daughter.
Her husband Shiva.
For husband, they go to Shiva.
No daughter.
For wealth they go to Mother Lakshmi.
Well, they go to Lakshmi. Beginning.
Education service.
For grey matter, they go to Saraswati. Like that. For digestion, where they go?
Agni.
Agni.
Man.
Agni. For constipation. So anyways, the point is that you see, the Lord has made such a magnanimous arrangement. This one small tiny little body which gives so much of misery, and but to take care of the affairs of this body, so many demigods are running behind. So many demigods are running behind. Not like that. When you hate a person, you don't leave 33 crore fellows to take care of you. Again, and not only that, the Lord is himself also sitting. Again, है कि नहीं हृदय अर्जुना तिष्ठति यही बराबर बैठे हैं बीच में ना है कि नहीं सेंटर ऑफ मास से बराबर बैठे हैं कि नहीं ना ये कुछ भी हो जाए सब कंट्रोल में ना सो यू सी दिस इज द सुप्रीम लॉर्ड एंड दिस इज द मर्सी एक्ट सो दिस एस्पेक्ट ऑफ डेमिगॉड दिस सेक्शन ऑफ डेमिगॉड वर्शिप एक्चुअली explains that the Lord is putting so many people actually to take care of the living entity. The Lord is not concerned by his glorification, but he is concerned with the living entity's elevation. Somehow or the other, this living entity can elevate in his consciousness. That is the point. The Lord is not saying, you chant only my mantra. No? That Hiranyakashipu was saying, is it not? Only my mantra, nobody else. The Lord is not saying only my mantra should be chanted. No? The Lord is saying, you take any demigod. If you are not able to take to direct worship or my worship, to take to any demigod worship. The Lord has put 33 crore demigods. So this is the point that the Lord has arranged this, like that. Now, but the Lord explains also, so the other aspect which is also explained is that this is for those whose intelligence has been stolen by material demands. Why the intelligence stolen by material desires? Because the problem is what? The living entity is his own enemy. There is no enemy in this world actually other than the living entity himself. Actually, this is the point. And therefore, what kind of desire the living entity has, if that is fulfilled, it will lead to so much misery, is it not? Like sometimes somebody is depressed, he thinks, okay, let me commit suicide, ना? और उसको fulfill कर दिया तो गया आदमी, is it not, ना? Right? Or somebody feels something, I will beat up that person, ना? Or sometimes one feels very negative thoughts about the other person. और fulfill हो गया तो very dangerous, is it not? Like that. So that means that actually that the kind of desires which are there, if they start getting fulfilled, it will add on to the misery of the living entity. Again, it is so nice, so many desires are not fulfilled. Again, just like somebody has a desire, he sees a beautiful woman, starts desiring, such a nice girl, like that. अब वो fulfill हो गया तो it will be more misery because nice girl means her demands will be in the sky. उसको करते करते है ना आदमी का तेल निकल जाएगा, है कि नहीं? हाँ, is it not? तो अच्छा है वो desire fulfill नहीं हुआ, is it not? है ना? So that is the point actually. We have to, so in this way, it is best that many desires are not fulfilled. Again, because the desire is not fulfilled, there is a chance that we may forget it. If we forget it, we get liberated. Actually, it's like that. Again, like suppose one says, okay, now movie देखना है ना, थिएटर में जाके देखना है ना, थिएटर में जाके देखना है, मूवी देखना है ना, 1000 रुपये खर्चा हो गया है कि नहीं? Is it not? You go with 4 people, 6 people, and then you will have to eat also in between. है कि नहीं? इसी कैसे जाएंगे? So, yeah, पता नहीं ज़्यादा भी हो सकता है ना? So that much amount है कि नहीं? But suppose person says चल छोड़ देना, ठीक है, you liberated. You give up material desires, you liberated actually. Is it not? है ना? You give up material desires, usually one is liberated actually. Or one forgets material desires. Therefore, always one should keep life in such a way that the possibility and the probability of forgetting material desires increases. Because a place and situation where the possibility and probability of the satiation of material desires increases, then that leads to more and more problem and entanglement actually. Just like I was repairing the chain of the cycle today morning only, the chain had come down. If it has come down from one side, it's quite easy to put it back. But if it has come down from both sides, it takes some time. So it has come down on both sides. So it is taking some time. But then I was wondering that okay, it is cycle, so it is taking 10 minutes and it is fit right. But suppose it is car, something wrong happens, तो उसको कुछ कर भी नहीं सकते, ठीक है? What will you do with it? This is not like that. This is not. Your cycle is punctured, then you can drag it and run along with it also, possible. But car is punctured, so what will you do? This is not. Right? You have to put it there only, and if you are on the highway, then you have to just walk. This is not. Or there are helpline calls, and then that fellow will come after whatever time. This is not. And charge whatever. So the point is that whenever you reduce anchoring, you are immediately liberated. Anchoring is reduced, immediately liberated. That is the point actually. So that is why, so therefore why the intelligence is alpomedhism or kamestaste rita jnana, why that intelligence is stolen? Because the anchoring is preserved. With a pure heart, if one approaches the demigods, immediately the demigods will promote one to Krishna Vishnu. But if one goes with the material desires to the demigods, and those desires are fulfilled because of one's adamance, then that leads to more problem. That way. Yes? So that is the point actually. Suppose, suppose one is just sitting and then nothing, the bead bag only, it is easy to chant. Rounds are remaining and then bead bag is easy to chant. But suppose some sweet is kept in front, one hand will not remain in the bead bag. It becomes difficult. So fulfillment of material desire is always a problem. Again, like that. So clinging on to material desire is always a problem. The intelligence is lost. Why? Because one gets hooked to that. Intelligence कब रहेगा? So intelligence requires some space. So if consciousness is compared to RAM capacity, intelligence requires is a heavy software actually. Intelligence is a heavy software actually. For intelligence to start actually, it requires good amount of RAM capacity actually. So RAM capacity being analogous to consciousness. Now if the consciousness is hooked actually, the intelligence doesn't start. स्टार्ट कैसे करेगा? उसका रैम नहीं है ना अवेलेबल. दिस इज नॉट. गिव अप द हैंड करेगी इमीडिएटली इंटेलिजेंस स्टार्ट. से क्यों चाहिए ना? उसके बिना भी तो ठीक है. दिस इज लाइक दैट. दिस इज नॉट. liberation. But one clings on to that, the intelligence will start, and therefore whether it is fulfilled or not, that is another reason. That is a different ballgame. I mean, that is another thing. But even if it is fulfilled, it's still going to lead to problem. Whether it is fulfilled or not, it's going to lead to problem. So that kind of progress is actually very slow, but still it will elevate. Again. And here it is explained that such type of people, they will worship according to their own nature. Now therefore there are Puranas in 3 modes, mode of ignorance. So mode of ignorance worship person does, he will come from ignorance to passion. Then he will worship mode of passion. Then he will go to goodness. Then he will worship mode of goodness. Then Karma Kanda, Jnana Kanda, Upasana Kanda, and like that Kanda, it develops. Again. Yeah, it develops actually. Upasana goes towards it. Vedvatarata may also be upasana. External. One will end up in ritualistic, again. So this is actually a very, very long path, isn't it? But that is there actually. One gets slowly purified. If that is what one wants to take up. Yes. Now the Lord explains interesting modus operandi in demigod worship. Yo yo yam yam tanum bhakta. Yo yo yam yam tanum bhakta. Shraddhaya architum ichchati. Shraddhaya architum ichchati. Tasya tasya chalam shraddham. Tasya tasya chalam shraddham. Mama eva vidadhami aham. Mama eva vidadhami aham. So this is very interesting. I am in everyone's heart as a super soul. As soon as one desires to worship some demigod, I make his faith steady so that he can devote himself to that particular deity. So the faith is made steady by the Supreme Lord of the world. The faith is made steady by the Supreme Lord only. This is very interesting actually. And the next phase of the interesting aspect is 22nd. Sataya Shraddhaya Yukta Tasya Aradhanam Ihate Labate Chatata Kama Mayeva Vihitan Hitan. I am only supplying. Lord is saying, endowed with such a faith, the living entity will now worship the particular demigod. उधर से भी तो कुछ आना चाहिए ना. So he obtains his desires, but in actuality those desires, how they are supplied? The benefits are bestowed by me alone. Mayeva vihitan hitan. So this is the most interesting aspect of this whole story actually. Because the most interesting aspect is that the Lord is doing everything on every side and on all sides actually. He supplies the faith, supplies the reward. Actually, to hold on to people is not an easy task. Actually to hold on to people is not an easy task actually. In a family, one cannot keep his wife and children on track. The track which he has laid on. Finally, everyone has to surrender. This is not. It's a very difficult task actually. To hold on to people. Again. Similarly, one can only hold on. Only when so in family one can only hold on to a small child because he's ignorant. Like उसको कुछ पता नहीं है तो इसीलिए वो ना हमेशा cling on करता रहता है कि नहीं, है ना, गोदी, he clings on because he doesn't, like that. But the moment he starts having understanding, then he starts driving. Yeah, his own name. Very difficult to control. Very difficult to hold on. So, what do you call it? It's an open challenge. Till now, nobody has cracked it. Again. Now, the most interesting version of this comes actually that when one takes a devotional service and he feels because I am becoming a devotee, I can hold on to people. The greatest blunder of a devotee is life. He feels that I can hold on people actually. So initially everybody, Prabhuji, whatever you say, just surrender. No problem. ये क्या करना है सेवा में, like that. But it goes on for 1 to 3 years. After that, such kind of facets, such kind of explosives, like that once if one keeps grabbing on, his whole existence will get exploded, again, like that actually. Because people, very difficult to hold on to people actually. Because the living entity, his individuality, his ego, his subtle body is so strong and the drive is so strong that nobody can come in front of that, just like that, It's just like a laser beam, you cannot come in front of that, it will burn you. It's just very strong, intense. Take it in. 1 kilowatt laser, it will burn actually, through it will burn the whole body, take it in. Because it burns metals and plastics, like that. You cannot come in front actually. Therefore, this flow of ego, sometimes the subtle body is so strong. It's very difficult. One will be shattered into powder and pulverized. By that force, if one just tries to cling on actually. Therefore, actually, one has to practice not clinging on but raising one hands. तुम जाओ मैं सरेंडर करता हूँ Is it? Yeah, actually, that is the only way to lead life actually. And the Lord is acknowledging here, the Lord is telling, don't worry, again. If you are leading some people and they are not hearing you, don't worry, Is it not? Because even the demigods cannot do it themselves, तो तुम किस खेत की मूली हो? Is it not? Even for demigods to cling on to their followers is impossible. And understanding this, the Lord Himself takes it up. तुमसे नहीं होने वाला. This is not like that. So this is a very difficult aspect actually. This is a very difficult aspect. And therefore, the Lord Himself has taken it up. That is why actually, when we understand Shastras properly, we can be so much relieved. Again, otherwise, person may be thinking, I am doing service to Krishna, and I am doing service to Krishna, and these people are supposed to help me in this service to Krishna, and instead of helping me, they are choking me up only. So what is this going on? I am not asking, following for my own self. I am not asking cooperation for my own self. I am asking cooperation for the mission of the Lord. But these people, instead of cooperating, जो दिमाग में है अभी line में है संतुलन में वो भी gets blasted off. Is it not? Whatever is remaining grey matter, that also gets blasted off. Is it not? No? In setting right the issues and setting right the problems and all that. So a person may feel like this actually. So the only solution to this is let go and be happy. That is the point. So you hold on, you shape people people, like that towards Krishna. But the moment they start giving sparks, you can fold your hands and say, "Daso." No, I am not going to tell you anything. You tell me how you want to serve Krishna. I will supply, and Hare Krishna. That is the point. At that point, you grab on extreme misery. Actually. That is why the underlying ground reality of this world is like this. So therefore the Lord is saying, if you read Shastra, the Lord is saying even demigods are not able to do it. Why are you so, beginning? Sometimes people say nobody is following me, Even demigods are not able to do it. So we can be happy, ठीक है, मैं तो छोटा मोटा insignificant beginning. But there is one thing which we can always do. Is surrender to Krishna. That's why people are following, take shelter of Krishna. People are not following, still take shelter of Krishna. The underlying ground reality of this world is that the living entity's journey of this life is all alone. All alone. This is the underlying ground reality actually. Now one may say, I have a family, I am keeping the family along. Nobody, everybody drives his own vehicle, One may say we have Sangha, international Sangha, But when we want to serve Krishna, and when we progress ahead, when you say in a Sangha, then different have so much devotees, so much variegatedness to serve Krishna, we get bewildered actually, and completely lose track and composure of what we are supposed to do, like that. So what we are supposed to do is again all alone. The living entity's journey in life is all alone actually. It's all alone. Nothing can set right other than the Supreme Lord actually.
So what is the role of cooperation?
The role of cooperation is at least don't make the other person bleed. At least do not create obstacles for the other person. So cooperation means what? The other people have so many different kind of desires. At least let me step back and let me not be an impediment in their path. Again, यहाँ ठीक है, तू करो ना, कुछ चाहिए मेरी तरफ से तो बता. That is cooperation actually. Is it not? But you feel cooperation means everybody will be hand in hand going and like that, and hand in hand dancing and marching, like that, So utopian thought process. See, everybody has this kind of desire and hankering, but then this doesn't work out in this world actually, because it is not a feature of this world; it is a feature of the spiritual world. You have to go back to the spiritual world. Till that time, you have to pay the price. तो इसलिए So the one roof is what? The one roof is that you can at least logically you can satisfy yourself that whatever his desires are, he is serving Krishna. That is the one roof. So it is not coming towards me, it is going towards Krishna, isn't it? So that way we can tolerate that and give space to devotees like that to serve Krishna. Actually, it's impossible. Sometimes we will see actually it is Krishna only who manages things actually. Otherwise, if we introspect, we can see it's Krishna only who manages things actually. Only Krishna can do it. It is impossible otherwise. Sometimes you see that no matter how hard you try, it doesn't work out. Like say for example, you go for preaching. And I have seen different devotees, sometimes they mark, ये मेरा boy है, ये तो अभी आने ही वाला है voice में and they try so hard on that boy, वो ही नहीं आता है I have seen look at us, they say प्रभु जी ये है मेरा top boy, अच्छा ठीक है देख लिया है ना और उसके बाद top boy नहीं दिखाई दिया, बाकी 3-4 लोग ऐसे दिख रहे हैं इसी तरह So it's always is like that. So who is managing? And sometimes you may say, okay, you are second year, you just come, मैं तुमको अभी ये बनाता हूँ अभी preaching dynamite बनाता हूँ like that, and you focus on him and वो हिल ही नहीं रहा है that person doesn't move only, isn't that और किसी को कुछ भी नहीं बोला है, he starts running around you have seen this we see everywhere, this we see all the time actually, isn't it? And sometimes you jump up and down, do this, do that to inspire devotees. अरे ये कर दो सेवा भाई, कर दो भाई, कृष्णा का सेवा है कि नहीं? मैं नहीं आ रहा हूँ बीच में, देखो मैं दूर बैठा हूँ in no way this seva is coming towards me, in no way I am the beneficiary of it, like that. You serve Krishna, you take it up, Oh, होता ही नहीं, is it? You get tired and tired and tired. How to inspire? Like that, You get tired, like that, and it will not work out. All of a sudden, but you may see sometimes, all of a sudden he may send somebody. उसको पता नहीं कहाँ से इंस्पिरेशन आया, he starts working. Like we preach, जहाँ preaching किया वहाँ से कोई रिजल्ट नहीं आया, कोई दो जन कहीं से तो उठ के आ गया, वॉइस में घुस गया, ऐसे ही हर साल देखते हैं, out of compassion. So who is inspiring? यो यम यम तनुं भक्ता, इधर कृष्णा. उसे ठीक है, जाओ उसके ग्रुप में चले के जाके खड़े हो जाओ, बेचारे को थोड़ा सेटिस्फैक्शन कुछ तो रिजल्ट आया है कि नहीं, और जाओ उसका सेवा में जाके थोड़ा हेल्प कर दो. So like that, this is not. At least he get some satisfaction, he got somebody to help him out. Like that. So otherwise, it is only Krishna who can do it. Otherwise for us it's impossible. Sometimes you logically try to explain a devotee, नहीं गुरुजी आप ये स्टेप कीजिए, इस तरह से ये सेवा करना चाहिए, ऐसा होना चाहिए. And it's a dead rock actually, गुरुजी शास्त्र में लिखा है, मैं गीता से बता रहा हूँ, भागवत में लिखा है, नेक्टर ऑफ डिवोशन में बता रहा हूँ, और कैसे बताओ कितने महाराजों से कोट किया हो, अपने एक्सपीरियंस से बता रहा हूँ, इतने लोगों का एक्सपीरियंस बता रहा हूँ, लेकिन फिर भी वो प्रभु हाँ गुरुजी करेंगे, लेकिन so it is very difficult actually. So we have to understand only Krishna can do it actually. Yeah, this is the point actually. Only Krishna can do it. Therefore, Vedas are talking about this aspect of the highest aspect of the sannyas. The sannyas is not a physical phenomenon and all that. That is there, but the major, the crux of the whole substance is that only. That a person, he is committed that now I just depend on Krishna, nothing else actually. Because ultimately only Krishna can do it. Just we try somewhere, it gets the result from somewhere else. We are digging here, the water comes from there, and you don't understand why it is happening. Again, how it is happening? Who is making it happen? It is the Supreme Lord actually. Only He can do it. So therefore, actually, so the solution to all the management problems, all the management driving and all that is that you drive yourself. You walk the path. All the time taking shelter of Krishna. You set an example. And if somebody follows, fine. If not, Krishna is acknowledging that. When Kulashekar Maharaj is running towards the ocean, he is not seeing how many people are coming behind him. He raised the army. He has trained the army. He was feeding the army. The army left him. ये तो कुछ ज़्यादा आगे चला गया, इंटेंस हो रहा है ना, छोड़ देते हैं, प्रसाद के टाइम हो रहा है ना, है कि नहीं ना? प्रसाद लेते हैं, लेने के बाद फ़ोन करके पूछेंगे क्या हुआ। प्रसाद के बाद देखा तो कुलशेखर महाराज कमिंग along with Lord Ramachandra. Right? So that is the point actually. That you do it yourself, begin and walk the path actually. All the while taking shelter of it. So the living entity is all alone, and the living entity is never alone, because the Lord is always there with the living entity. And Krishna is always there. No? So then what will you do? Many times it doesn't work out. Then what do? Bang your head, bleed, break the other person's head. What do? Is it not? So that is why we need Shastras, and we understand, okay, I will walk the path actually. To set the right example. Is it not? Like that. So others may not walk on this path because they may want to walk on some other path. Then we need to have that, develop that maturity to allow them to walk on the other path. You see, we learn from demigod worship actually. We learn from demigod worship actually, What is the Lord doing? Is it not? He is favoring everyone. He is allowing everyone. Is it not? But to his devotees, direct devotees, the Lord is not callous. The Lord is not saying, अरे इतने लोग तो नहीं आए, तुमने आके क्या किया है, तुम बैठे रहो अभी, वेट करो, अभी मूड ऑफ हो जाए. The Lord doesn't do that. To his own devotees, the Lord is very active. Is it? But those who are not coming, the Lord arranges for them also. Is it? So that means the Lord is walking the path. He is, the Lord has eternalized His nature, and the Lord is sticking on to that. Same thing we have to do. We eternalize our offering, and we say, yes, I am here to walk the path. So we try, and it doesn't work out, what else we can do? Because you have to understand, only Krishna can do it. It's impossible actually. So that living entity who could not be with Krishna, वो हमारे साथ क्या रहेगा? And that we, that I, who could not be in Krishna, मैं किसी और के साथ क्या रहूँगा? Both ways, is it? So whether it shoots from this side or it shoots from the other side, we need to understand the only solution is take shelter of Krishna and keep walking the path. इसीलिए discouragement means forgetfulness of Krishna. So why discourage? Why discourage? We have to learn from demigod worship actually. So we see in this way actually, in the demigod, the simply place value actually. The Lord is doing everything, again, running around everywhere actually. This is the heart of the Lord. And what we can understand is that this faith and these benedictions so on one hand to inspire others is such a difficult Herculean task. On the other hand, to keep to satisfy somebody such a Herculean task, that is also impossible task sometimes, many a times. Satisfy a person, take it. So very difficult task, take it. The typical example we see in cooking, जो भी बनाओ किसी ना किसी को अच्छा नहीं लगता है, ठीक है. मसाला डाल दिया तो प्रॉब्लम, नहीं डाला तो प्रॉब्लम, स्वीट बनाया तो प्रॉब्लम, नहीं बनाया तो प्रॉब्लम, ना नहीं होता है प्रॉब्लम.
लिमिटेड रखे तो प्रॉब्लम,
अकाउंट फीचर्स को प्रॉब्लम होता है. कम बनाए तो प्रॉब्लम है ना, ज़्यादा बनाए तो भी प्रॉब्लम. ज़्यादा बनाए तो एक्सपेक्टेशन ही बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ जाता है. सबको पता है बहुत ज़्यादा है ना, तो सब भर भर के लेते हैं फिर ना. फिर किसी को कम पड़ जाता है maybe more from the point of view of a glass, but then instead of a glass, if you bring a container, है ना, it will be difficult. Everything will fall short again. So very difficult actually. So now, therefore, the Lord doesn't leave that. If the demigods are supposed to supply these, satisfy the demigod worshippers, the Lord understands. The demigods की बस का बात नहीं. जीवात्मा को satisfy करना. Oh. Very difficult. Again. तो इसीलिए वन हैज टू अंडरस्टैंड. ठीक है, मैं अपना बेस्ट ट्राई किया. अभी टेक द फीडबैक. उदासीन वदासीनम. Lord explains this. Yes. Where is this verse? This verse is in the 9th chapter. है ना? Yeah. 9th chapter, this verse comes. Very beautiful. The Lord is explaining. Thank you. Where does it come? 9th chapter. (9.9). चामांतानि कर्माणि निबध्नन्ति धनञ्जय दासीना वदासीनं सक्तं तेषु कर्मसु. O Dhananjay, all this work cannot bind me. I am ever detached from all these material activities, seated as though neutral, like that. So when things go beyond, then we take shelter of the Lord, and in this way we can detach from any loop, He is as though neutral, like that. Take shelter of Krishna in that way. Okay, let us take up text 23 now. अंतवत्तु फलं तेषां तद्भवति अल्पमेधसं एवं देव यजो यान्ति मद्भक्ता यान्ति मामपि. So these demigod worshippers, they are alpamedhasam. So the question comes is that, okay, so the point is that, the question comes here, okay, that the Lord has only laid out this demigod worship, So now Lord is saying, So the point is that the Lord has laid out the demigod worship as the last recluse. Take it in. और कुछ नहीं तो ये ले लो, इसे था. And somebody is taking that, at least he has done something positive. Therefore the Lord is telling me this, intelligence है ना? है intelligence. क्योंकि कुछ तो किया, लेकिन कम है इंटेलिजेंस, अल्पमेधसम, है ना? The Lord is giving a consolation prize here. है कि नहीं? He's saying है, intelligence है. Is it not? It is not fully gone case. थोड़ा है, लेकिन थोड़ा सा है, ज़्यादा नहीं. छोटा इंटेलिजेंस, small intelligence. Why? Because the fruits are temporary and limited. Those who worship the demigods go to the planets of the demigods, but the devotees ultimately reach my spiritual planet. So that's why, now the question comes to that, okay, now one may say, okay, I am in passion ignorance, so does that mean मैं कौन सा worship करूँ, ना? So now to explain this aspect actually, the Lord is explaining this actually. That direct bhakti always is an elevator. Because ultimately it's Krishna, but why do you add indirections in between? But if nothing is happening, then indirections at least will give some amount of progress. This is a very slow process actually. This is a very slow process, demigod worship. Because the demigod worshippers, they have no feelings for the demigod also. इसलिए वो feelings को घुसाने के लिए Lord को pump मारना पड़ता है. नहीं, अरे लगे रहो भाई, Is it not? इधर तो लगे रहो, ठीक है नहीं? Is it not? So the Lord has to put that faith, yo, yum, ठीक है नहीं? But the living entity, you know, it tries to run away. It doesn't get feelings. For the demigods only, is it not? Then material desires becomes exploitative towards the demigods only, is it not? Like that fellow, you know, what is that, Bhasmasur, you know? He got reward and he, you know, और सबसे पहला victim he wanted to make Lord Shiva only. Height of, you know, ungrateful, है कि नहीं? इससे should be grateful, ठीक है क्या ना? At least one should have some gratitude, है कि नहीं?
भावना भी होता है.
So this is one. Yeah, but Bhasmasur, ठीक है नहीं? Very foolish, ठीक है नहीं? प्लीज अपने माँ बाप को तो मत उड़ाओ, है कि नहीं? बाकी किसी को भी है ना, ठीक है. This is one. So Lord Shiva has made him, and he is wanting, you know, to hit Shiva only. You just see, and Shiva is running. Lord Shiva is running for his life, है कि नहीं? And very, height of demonism, है कि नहीं? Yes. Because actually among the demons also there are some etiquettes. You see, Ravana, he did not do this to Lord Shiva, है कि नहीं? At least he was respectful to Lord Shiva till the end, है कि नहीं? The end also he was worshipping Shiva, the strength and all that, है कि नहीं? So this is the, you know, uncultured demon, है कि नहीं? The demons also have some culture, है कि नहीं? See, Ravana, he had some culture, है कि नहीं? So like that, you know? Therefore, Ravana was killed by the arrow of the Lord. The Lord touched him. The arrow is not different from the Lord. The Lord touched him and killed him. But ये भस्मासुर को ऐसी डांस करवा के इसका
कृष्णा को फॉर्म को नहीं देगा.
फॉर्म तो देखा लेकिन The Lord did not touch him. वो टच करने से वेरीफाई हो जाता ना है. इतने adventure demon doesn't deserve to be verified in that way. है कि नहीं? So the point is it's a very slow process actually. क्योंकि एक तो डेमिगॉड ऊपर से उसमें भी, you know, होता है ना चोरी सीना चोरी, है ना? एक तो डेमिगॉड वर्शिप दैट इज स्लो, कामेश तस्तेर है कि नहीं? और दूसरा उसके ऊपर भी प्योर डिजायर नहीं है. इट इज नॉट प्योर डेमिगॉड वर्शिप भी, उसमें भी है ना गड़बड़, है कि नहीं? कम से कम डेमिगॉड वर्शिप तो ठीक से करना चाहिए, है कि नहीं? एक नाउअडेज कलियुगा दे डोंट इवन डू डेमिगॉड वर्शिप प्रॉपर्ली. वो बेचारे गणेश जी को क्रिकेट बैट दे देते हैं, है ना?
शिव जी को रोड पे बिठा दिया.
रोड के बैठे
रोड पे बैठा के क्या किया?
कुछ तो
ट्रैकिंग बंद.
क्यों?
भिक्षा का एक पात्र धरा कोई एक गालिका के सामने है, बोली गालिका बनते हैं.
And they play games. So the whole notion of religion has become entertainment. क्या कल्चर्ड एंटरटेनमेंट एंड एंटी कल्चर्ड एंटरटेनमेंट, है कि नहीं? कल्चरलेस एंटरटेनमेंट में भी मीडिया, कल्चर्ड एंटरटेनमेंट बिकॉज ए रिलीजन. मैं रिलीजियस हूँ, क्यों? क्योंकि ना वो दुर्गा पूजा में सज धज के मूवी सॉन्ग सुनते हैं, ठीक है? या ऐसे तो नहीं. लाइक सपोज है ना, इवन आई सी इन आवर ना पुणे टेम्पल ऑल्सो देयर इज अ गार्डन, ना गलती से गार्डन है ना. गार्डन तो कृष्ण की प्रसन्नता के लिए है. कृष्ण इज देयर, कालिया देयर, फाउंटेन इज देयर, ना. बट आई यूज्ड टू सी कपल्स यूज्ड टू कम एंड सिट देयर. वो टेंपल के अंदर ना कम समय बिताते हैं, पता नहीं जाते हैं कि नहीं, वो भी मैंने देखा नहीं. इतना सो मच डेटा एनालिसिस आई डिड नॉट डू फॉर नो सेल्फ प्रोटेक्शन रीजंस, ना, लाइक दैट. बट वी यूज्ड टू सी सो मेनी कपल्स वुड कम एंड सिट. और एमवीसीसी में तो और भी ज़्यादा है कि नहीं, ना? जैसे कॉलेज में बैठे रहते हैं इधर उधर, वैसे ही बैठे रहते हैं ना. दे जस्ट कम, है ना, दे जस्ट गो टू दैट गोविंदास, ईट समथिंग गुड, है ना, दे आर जस्ट हैविंग गाला टाइम, यू नो, लाइक दैट, ना. सो व्हाट्स हैपनिंग? दे इज नॉट फॉलोइंग रिलीजन आल्सो प्रॉपर्ली, है कि नहीं? कम से कम डेमिगॉड वर्शिप एटलीस्ट दिस इज नॉट, वो तो ठीक से करना चाहिए. I remember we were in class 12, there was a Shiva temple, Dehradun, halfway towards Masuri. There was a Shiva temple, like that. Some sanstha, like that. They used to sell say Rudraksh and all these kind of things, money and all these kind of things, and from that earnings run the temple. So that temple we used to go, everyone was famous. Why famous? Everyone used to go Sunday and all that. We all also very excited to Shiva temple. Why? Because what used to happen is Rudraksh and all that, they used to have earnings from that. So and they used to say, कोई चढ़ावा नहीं चढ़ाएगा उधर, वैसे का चढ़ावा नहीं लेते थे, And anybody who would come, they will give little khichdi bandrona and tea they will give. Whole day. Like that. And then actually, and next to that temple premise only, there was an ice cream parlor, and there they would give discount. So every now and then we would go because, yeah. So and there used to be this Kasata ice cream, it is multi, it has various things in it, some part of it is vanilla, some part of it is chocolate, some part of it is, like that, and some part of it is, like cake, and it's like that kind of, costly, but it used to be in 40% discount. So we would go to drink tea and that and kasata. तो शिवा का दर्शन तो 2-4 मिनट हो गया, लेकिन 1-1.5 घंटा लोग उधर ही टाइम पास करते थे. क्या कर रहे हैं? You're taking tea, you're taking this thing, you're taking this thing. So what is religion reduced to is a cultured way of sense gratification, nothing else. ये कलयुग है कि नहीं? कि हम भी धार्मिक हैं. So this is a notion, है कि नहीं? This is what religion gets reduced to, is it? So that makes the process even more slow, है कि नहीं? The demigod worship also, if you follow the proper rules of demigod worship and then accordingly take it up, then at least there is some sort of, if you follow the proper rules, then at least there is some sort of, some advancement, some progress. In that also we concoct, then what is the progress actually? What is the progress if in that also we concoct actually? So that is why actually the Lord is explaining here that these fruits are temporary. And so that is what the Lord is telling Alpha Medasam. What a small intelligence it is actually. What a small intelligence it is. And so it becomes, the whole process becomes such a slow process actually. And therefore if one takes to bhakti, actually, then one can experience that divine shower of love of Krishna, and one can experience liberation. One can experience being saved and the warmth of the Lord, from the onset, and one can experience motion. Now the path becomes clear. At least one can walk now. Actually. So therefore, we will see all this is experienced. Whenever we surrender to Krishna, we can see we can walk forward, given any situation. But when we don't take shelter of Krishna, or we are not intensely enough taking shelter of Krishna, there is no way we can walk in front actually. The whole thing is choked up like that. This is not. So there are these numerous lessons which we can learn from demigod worship. And the next verse is talking about impersonalism actually. Yeah, this is another kind of small intelligence people, इनका intelligence जो है वो nano scale, pico scale में है कि नहीं So yes, so these are offenders, so they go into the zone of offenders actually with a misguide and they are offending actually. A very dangerous kind of mindset. This monstrous mindset actually, because they devalue everything. Bhakti is the whole thing which can save one. They devalue everything. They say Bhakti is the staircase. The unintelligent men who do not know me perfectly think that I, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, was impersonal before and now I have assumed this personality. So now you see, the reciprocation with Krishna can give us some love, some sweetness. And then they say, no, personality ko chhod do. Personality is a staircase, you know. Due to their small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature which is imperishable and supreme. So the impersonal, the monstrous, this another demoniac, monstrous protocols which they have. Their understanding is ridiculous and deadly actually. Because that which can help a person, that is what they are making transient. So bhakti is a transient thing, it's a passing phase again. And they think they are very liberal because they say, okay, God kya hai, kuch bhi God bana do, usme kya hai. So you worship till you realize you are only God. Very dangerous. So some of these people, they have this concept that, okay, first you start with veneration, awe and reverence. Vishnu, Srinivasa, Govinda, Venkataramana, Govinda. You start with veneration, like that. And then the veneration goes forward, then you start serving, servitude. And then, when you become more advanced, then you understand Krishna as your son, then you will want to serve Krishna and Vatsalyata. And then you become more advanced and you play with Krishna, You can joke and jump on Krishna's back and all that. And then you become more advanced and Krishna becomes your beloved. And then you become more advanced. Then you understand that you are one with God. Satyanas. It's a monstrous philosophy there. Huh? तो कहीं पर क्या है, ऐसे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में चल के ऐसा लगता है कि सही जा रहे हैं, क्योंकि आधे तक तो है ना पूरा लास्ट तक कहीं पर वही होता है ना, लास्ट में टर्न मार के जहाँ तो डिग पर गिरा देते हैं ना. That is what is said. The Lord is saying the last snare of Maya ना almost आगे बढ़ के पहुँच गया और लास्ट में उड़ा दिया ना. Impersonalism, very dangerous. That's why it's monstrous actually. Again, monstrous, very dangerous. So so these organizations, you see, आधे तक तो सबका philosophy वही रहता है, material world ये वो ना. That's why you see Prabhupada in the previous purport also Prabhupada is telling, no, that initially when one starts his journey, one may be leaning towards impersonalism, वो थोड़ा ज़्यादा अच्छा लगता है ना. So that's the point. Like I was telling, it's impossible to set right, give faith, inspire people, satisfy people and all that. So then one can tend towards impersonalism. It's बहुत मुश्किल है ना. That leaning may be there, but all these things can be achieved if one brings Krishna, brings the Shanagati to Krishna. But when you surrender to Krishna, this way the conduction will not come, but that way the conduction comes. Ultimately the circuitry is complete. अपना काम हो गया, problem क्या है ना? Is it not? Right? So that is the point actually. Like Prabhupada wanted to take Prabhakar, Prabhakar, Prabhakar had some other plans, so then Prabhupada went alone, but then the Lord sent somebody, so many devotees to go. That is the point. The secretary may not be complete on one side, the other side. So therefore actually, initially one may thinking impersonalism may appear very attractive. Not like that, no? So, but this is very bogus actually. So they say Brahman, everything is Brahman, you are only Brahman. So then they say, no, Bhagavan is what? Brahman contaminated with goodness is Bhagavan. And Brahman contaminated with passion is Jiva. And Brahman contaminated with ignorance is Prakriti. This is bogus, nonsense, taking it. This is a Rasul philosophy actually. Because they make Bhagavan into mundane. This is not contaminated concept. Like, and this way actually, if the person loses everything, this is not. So therefore it's a very monstrous concept actually. And that's why our acharyas have been very heavy on this, Mayavad. Again.
Impersonalism and Mayavad are same thing.
Impersonalism and Mayavad are the same.
How do Mayavadis interpret this verse?
Mayavadi, Krishna Puradi, take it.
How did they interpret this verse?
No, they are silent actually. So many places they are silent.
This is very clear indication.
So many verses in Gita, so many clear indication, but then they come up with some jugglery, take it. Is it not?
नहीं कर पा रहे तो उसको भागवतम को तो बोला जाए भागवतम को अपने ही नहीं पाते
अब उसमें क्या इंटरप्रेट करने में क्या बड़ी बात है, मैं ही करके दिखा देता हूँ मिस इंटरप्रेट करने में रॉन्ग solutions are infinite, the right solution is very difficult. Okay. Yes? See what the Lord is saying. The Lord is saying, I was impersonal before. That means the Lord has been always impersonal. And the Lord has assumed personality. That means personality is not all in all. That personality is a temporary phase. That personality is not all in all. You are seeing the personality before assumed person. The personality is assumption. Personality is assumption. And the eternality is, impersonal. Take it. And this, because of small knowledge, people don't understand this small thing. With small knowledge, they do not know my higher nature. That is the impersonal nature. Take it. Which is imperishable and supreme. Take it. And people have the small knowledge, they don't understand. They are saying person is an assumption. So, in a bogus way, if you want to misinterpret, है कि नहीं, समझ नहीं आया तो अच्छा है.
अलग किसी तरीके से कर सकते
समझ नहीं आया तो भी ठीक है, और completely समझ में आ गया कि बोगस है तो भी ठीक है, लेकिन गलत समझ में आया तो बहुत गड़बड़ है. So there is no end to word jugglery, है कि नहीं, है ना? Now if you are saying I am so happy with you, you can misinterpret it anyways. वो बोल तो रहा है happy है, कुछ ना कुछ. But if you go deeper, you are happy नहीं है, frustrated with you, है कि नहीं? Is it not? So it's like there is no way otherwise. Only by Sharanagati we can have proper understanding when Krishna reveals. Otherwise, these type of bogus notions one can get. Is it not? And one is denying God and one is denying Bhakti. This is not. One is devaluing the position of God. See, the point is that demigod worshippers, at least they will not get results. उनका टेम्पररी रिजल्ट का स्टॉक बंद हो जाएगा तो उनको अकल आएगा ना, लेकिन ये इम्पर्सनिस्ट को कब अकल आएगा? उनका तो इल्यूजरी स्टॉक है. They have not left anything actually. उनका तो स्टॉक इल्यूजरी है. Is it not? है ना? यदि आपको if you want physical food and the food is not there, then you will feel there is emptiness. But if your food is only mental, तो फिर emptiness तो आपको आएगा ही नहीं. So these so now they have given up Krishna because in demigod worship at least Krishna is there. Yo yum yum, and इधर उधर कृष्णा है, तो इसलिए demigod worship at least slow progress. और मायावाद तो progress है ही नहीं. Therefore मायावाद is worse than atheism. At least atheistic मार खाएगा, उसको समझ में आएगा कि atheist नहीं बनने का. इसको तो ये तो भक्त बन के बैठा है ना. और ये राम राम भी करता है, हरे कृष्णा भी करता है कि नहीं? You know that one devotee was there, no? One was chanting Ram Ram and crying in the forest and all. He brought Gopal Bhatta Goswami, yes? And the Lord Chaitanya not looking at him only. He's such a devotee. Gopal Bhatta Goswami is saying, no, he's chanting Ram because he wants to become. So बहुत dangerous है, poisonous, रसो स्वाइपर की तरह है. एक छुआ फिनिश. देखो महाप्रभु श्री मायावाद भाष्य सुने कोई सर्वनाश. That is the point actually. Very dangerous for us. Shri Prabhupada की जय, ग्रंथराज भगवद गीता की जय. It is we are so fortunate, our acharyas are so have been so strong on this mayavad, so that it gets drilled into our hearts. कि उधर नहीं जाना.
तो ऐसे बताया था दिस मायावादीज they are better than these कर्मी fellows.
Brahmavadis, not Mayavadis. Brahmavadis. Brahmavadis understand that the Lord is all pervading, but they have no knowledge further. So they do not. So having impersonalistic concept is not a problem unless and until it is one progression. Brahman Paramatma, Brahmeti Paramatmiti, Bhagavaniti Shabdate. So having Brahman understanding is not a problem. Pursuing a goal towards Brahman is not a problem. But when you criticize and the personality of God, then it becomes offensive. Then it becomes worse than atheism. Like that. Because if you read Brahman, you will understand वहाँ कुछ है ही नहीं. And then you will search further. Like the Kumaras, they were floating in Brahman, तो समझ में आ रहा था क्या करें फ्लोट करके, बोर हो गए ना. अब फ्लोट करते करते इधर उधर डाइव मार रहे थे ना. डाइव मारते मारते सीधा स्कूप मार दिया वैकुंठ के द्वार के अंदर है कैसे. और जब सीधा स्कूप मार के डाइव मारा है ना लाइक दैट, then they saw ना, अरे इधर तो वेरी गुड है, तो मजा आ रहा है ना, है कि नहीं ना. So then even that aroma was intoxicating for them, you know? And aroma of the tulasi of the Supreme Lord, वहीं पे चित हो गए again. Is it? And they said yes, surrender. And then when they saw the behavior of the Lord, finished. Nothing else in their life. Brahman sublimated. You know? Again. That is the point. So there is no problem in being Brahman. है कि नहीं? Sukhdev Maharaj, Brahman platform, है कि नहीं? उनको फर्क ही नहीं पड़ रहा था वो रूम के अंदर है बाहर है किधर है क्या है कि मेरे कोई प्रॉब्लम ही नहीं है, यहीं पे भक्ति हो रहा है ना. कोई डिस्टर्बेंस नहीं है ना, टेलीविजन है ना, इंटरनेट है, व्हाट्सएप भी नहीं चल रहा है. व्यास देव टेलिंग नहीं आ जाओ बाहर नहीं देंगे मोबाइल नहीं होगा ना. सी द ब्रह्मन प्लेटफॉर्म. बट देन तो बाहर आके गोइंग टू द फॉरेस्ट, then he got glimpse of the Bhagavad Katha, that rasa Malaya, ये क्या है, ये कहाँ से रसा आ रहा है ना. And then he retraced his steps back to his scholar. Yes, so that is the point actually. Rasamalaya. That going toward Brahman, one goes there, one can understand further things. That is not a problem. But these criticizing the Lord, being offensive, being violence towards the living entity. They go, this is my work. So that becomes worse and it is monstrous. So thanks to our acharyas who have been so strongly smashed it. Otherwise it looks similar, है कि नहीं? वैसे ही लगता है सब ठीक ही तो है कि नहीं? है ना, सब ठीक ही तो है ना. माधुर्य तक तो गया, उसके बाद एबडक्ट कर दिया ना बेचारा. लास्ट ने रखना है. सुप्रभात की. So we take rest. Tomorrow is Janmashtami. So we'll attend morning aartis and then we'll go to Albert Road. Take it easy. And have a nice time. Bye-bye.